All right, everybody, it is time for the daily demo, and right now we've got a look at the Medal of Honor multiplayer beta that is currently going on the PlayStation 3. Here to tell us all about it is Giancarlo Veronini. Giancarlo, thanks for joining us.
Of course.
So what have we got here?
So this is the beta. It's a multiplayer beta, and it's basically, it gives you a chance to try out 2 maps and 2 different match types. Within both the classes, so there's insurgents and then there's coalition forces. So we're playing on the insurgent side in the Helmand Valley map, which is basically you're supposed to defend multiple targets against the coalition forces if you're playing as the insurgents. And here you can see that there were 3 classes there, and each class has its own set of like weapons, own set of gear. Actually, before any of the matches start, you can sort of customize your gear, kind of specify the kinds of weapons that you want, things like that. And yeah, so we're gonna try and jump into something real quick here. So here we're actually in the Kabul city ruins map, and we're playing as the insurgents. You can see the 3 classes here, and all of them, like sniper, special ops, has like the rocket launcher, which is pretty useful, and the rifleman, which is kind of the good all-around guy. So we're gonna try to use him. So, and I apologize ahead of time for my lack of skill because it is quite difficult to play a first-person shooter and talk at the same time.
I know that all too well. I've received some stinging comments from people in the past. So right now it looks like we're playing Team Assault, which is Team Deathmatch.
Yes.
You're starting off hot, so that's good.
Yes, got my kill there. And so a few things to notice. There's like alt fire on just about anything. Sometimes it switches the weapon though, so this switches to a grenade launcher for this class. Don't do that there. You can sprint, as you can see here. And yeah, and there's also melee attacks, which you can do like that. And this map, actually, melee is actually pretty useful because it's so close quarters. You can really sneak up on a lot of guys and kind of, like I'm probably gonna do to this guy here.
Oh, the old knife to the back of the head trick.
It's really useful here, and so you really got to kind of keep your eyes peeled around these corners and stuff like that. This is also a very sniper-friendly map.
Oh yeah?
Lots of nice hiding spaces for snipers to kind of pick their spots and, you know, pick off guys who are running through the streets.
Yeah, I got to actually play this map for a bit, and it definitely seemed like the best tactic that you could employ was just keep moving. Don't ever really stop moving, and just like move as quickly as you can.
Yeah, definitely.
And I managed to rack up quite a few kills that way. So, I mean, the first thing that you notice about this beta when you first start playing is that it visually bears a strong resemblance to Bad Company 2. And there's a reason for that, right?
Yeah, so the developer of the multiplayer portion of Medal of Honor is DICE, who you might know from Battlefield Bad Company fame.
So it's actually running on the same engine as Bad Company 2, the multiplayer half of the game, and the multiplayer is developed by DICE, the same guys that we just mentioned. The single-player portion is being developed by a team at EA Los Angeles, and that is actually running on, I think, the Unreal Engine. So it's kind of like a tale of 2 different games, but you know, the common thread that sort of links them together is this present-day Afghanistan setting, going for that, you know, realistic feel. It's definitely not like a big bombastic, epic, you know, out of, you know, sci-fi first-person shooter or anything like that.
Right.
They're trying to stay firmly rooted in reality.
Right, and and to me, this feels really fast-paced. I mean, it's not necessarily what I was expecting from a Medal of Honor, but I mean, I can understand obviously why they would take that approach, because that's, you know, kind of fast-paced multiplayer is kind of the hot thing for first-person shooters these days. So, yeah, but so this is the Kabul city ruins, and I think we'll exit out of here and then jump right into the other map, which is the Helmand Valley.
Helmand Valley, all right.
So now we are in the Helmand Valley map, and we are playing in the coalition side. So we're just going to pick a rifleman here and jump right in.
All right. Yeah, this is good. This gives us a chance to check out the other side of the conflict, the United States military.
Yeah, and what's interesting about this map too, aside from getting shot at, because there's a sniper down there, is that this one actually has vehicles. So there's a tank down there that you can jump into, and the whole objective is to, see that where it says objective?
Right.
Is to go there, and you'll actually go through multiple objectives before you reach the high value target at the end.
Oh, okay. So this map definitely has a different feel from the last one we were in, which was very sort of dense, claustrophobic, fast moving. This one is, you know, you kind of have to be a little bit more careful with this one where you're running around, because it seems like there could be like snipers up in the hills and just like running from point to point. you kind of have to weigh your options as best you can.
Yeah, and definitely this is a much more slower, more that's the guy right there. Slower, more methodical map. Like you actually kind of have to think about where there's kind of gaps in the enemy lines and kind of move towards there. You have to make sure you're using your grenades really well. So let's see.
Can't find somebody. Oh, there's a dude. There's a dude. Get him.
And the match is over.
All right, well that gives us a nice little peek at both of the maps available in the beta right now. Do you happen to have information on how people gain access to this?
So as far as I know, I believe this is a pre-order bonus.
Okay.
So if you pre-order Medal of Honor, they'll give you a key that you use to get into the beta. So the PlayStation 3 version of the beta is running right now. A 360 version is coming. It's been delayed a little bit, but it should be here pretty soon.
All right, sounds good. And as for the final game, do you know when that's going to be out?
That should be out October 12th.
October 12th?
Yes.
And that's 360, PS3, and PC, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, Giancarlo, thank you very much for joining us.
Of course.
That'll about do it for your look at the Medal of Honor beta. Now time for the rest of the show.